Everybody, I'm Lex and I'm back again, and this is my 26 in 2026. Try saying that 6 times fast. 26 in 2026, which is basically a project where you roll in 26 items to try and finish or hit a goal on by the end of 2026. Simple concept. I saw a lot of people doing this last year and it really kind of inspired me to try and do it this year. So I basically have this version which has all makeup items, and then I will be posting another video in a few days of all of my beauty products, so anything that doesn't fit into makeup categories for me. Now, some of these are going to be really easy items, some of these are going to be really hard items. I just kind of picked whatever was either like oldest or I don't really love, you know, so I want to use it up, I want to get it out of my collection. Up first I have 5 little sample fragrances, and each of these counts as its own item. These are kind of my like turn and burn real quick to use up sort of things. So from OTLDN I have 2 fragrances left. This one is Red Sea and this one is Second Wife. And then from the Scent Vault I have my little trial ones that I bought. This is 155, 251 and 176. I don't off the top of my head remember what any of those fragrances are, but I'm sure they were like sweet gourmand scents because that's all I really buy, all I really look for. I bought those little testers, so I'm going to see which ones are my favourite and maybe buy a full-size fragrance from them, because they have a lot of deals running all the time to get like really good price fragrances. So yes, those are my 5 little samples. Each of those shouldn't take more than like 2 or 3 uses each, to be honest. Then I have my primer from Soda. This is the hashtag Graceface Coconut Drop Primer. And this is really weird. It feels like water on your skin, but it's really nice, like very refreshing. Did this go off 2 years ago? Coming up on 3 years? Yeah. But that's fine. It hasn't been opened for very long. And it still works and smells really good, so I'm gonna keep this, and I want to finish this up. There isn't a ton of it left, and because I use quite a bit of it on my face, I think this could go quite fast. I have my absolutely ancient Technic Conceal and Blend full coverage concealer with the world's nastiest little sponge. I don't even have a cap for the other end of this. It's ancient and it's been used to death. This is what it's looking like in the component, and this is how much I have left when I scroll it up. I only really use this as an eye base, and it doesn't smell that bad, to be honest. Like, it's starting to get a little bit of that crayon scent, that's why I want to use it up and get this out of here. I will be aiming to finish this as well. I have my PS bronzer. This is the Bronze Glow in the shade Fearless. The lids come off. I want to hit pan in this. I don't necessarily want to use it up all year, but it smells fine. I do want to use it up enough to get a pan in it because I've had this for ages and I do want to make some progress on it. There is 10 grams of bronzer here, so we'll see how much progress I can actually make. But yeah, I just want to hit pan at least. The same goes for everything in this Doraemon palette. It has a bunch of eyeshadows and then some cheek products. So this highlighter and both of these blushes I'm aiming to hit pan on. This palette has had very minimal use, but the eyeshadows are pretty like soft and easy to use, so they show a lot more progress. I don't think I've ever used this blush. This blush I've used maybe once, and this highlight I know I have used a couple times. They'll be a little bit more difficult, but I will be aiming to hit pan on all 3 of those as well. The one thing about this palette that's always concerned me is that it has a very nasty smell. It always has, ever since I bought it. It smells not great. So I just, it's going to be difficult to keep an eye on it and see when it goes off. That's why I want to use it up sooner rather than later so it doesn't have a chance to go off. Yeah, it's not the best. The colours are nice and the shimmers are nice, but yeah, it kind of grosses me out a little bit. Then I had my SheGlam Adventure Time pressed powder. I still have most of that in its original compact, but I had a lot of overflow because it's supposed to be a pressed powder, but it's really shimmery and it has a lot of like colourful pattern in it, like a picture in it. So I thought that maybe if I mixed it all up it would be more pressed powder like, but it really isn't. It's a highlight, if anything. That's what I use it as. I use it as a highlight. And when I repressed it after mixing it all together, it wouldn't fit back in the same components. So these are my overflows. I have these 2 pans of SheGlam pressed powder. I use them as highlight. I want to just use up these 2 pans so that I don't have to keep storing them. Yeah, they're a little messy, a little gross, but it is what it is. It is quite a nice sort of like soft glow, like a shine from within. So I don't hate it as a highlight. I just wish that it was advertised as a highlight, not as a pressed powder, because I put that all over my face and I ended up looking like the Tin Man. Then I have my blue eyeshadow stick from Kyotis Paris, and this is a product that I've only recently found my love for. I never touched it for the longest time, and I remembered it being really sucky, but now I've been using it all the time. It's actually what I have on my eyes today, blended into a black eyeshadow. And this is how much is left of it. I don't like scrolling it up because I feel like it's going to fall out and make a mess. It's really soft, and I have to use a brush with it, otherwise I can't really apply it to my eyes very easily. It's currently in my Deca Panning, so I'll finish up the uses in Deca Panning, and then I'll start tracking this separately. But I do want to get this finished up this year because it's just not the most convenient product, and it's not an everyday colour, so I would maybe like to finish this up because it's also really old. Speaking of eyeshadows, I have this tiny one from an M&S, like, Christmas makeup set, and it has a pan in it. It's just a neutral champagne-y shade. I'll use it as an inner corner most likely. It's very pretty. I want to finish it up though because it's really old. I got it quite a few Christmases ago as a gift, and I've enjoyed it. It's been nice, but it's time to move on. It's time to finish it up and get something different going on. And the final eyeshadow product is this Ingrid Cosmetics palette. It's really old. It went off in 2019, but I don't really believe in eyeshadows going off. I alcoholed them, so they're sanitary, but yeah, they get hard pan really, really easily. I want to just hit pan, use them up, I don't know. I might try and repress them to see if that'll stop them getting hard pan so easily. But basically, these top 2 shades are just lid setting shades for me. This barely shows up on my eyes, so it's like a crease colour at best, and this also isn't. They're just not the most pigmented, but I'll see what I can do with them, see if I can use them up, or at least hit pan. And each of those 4 pans counts as its own thing. Then numbers 19 through 22 are all my lip products that I want to use up in this project. Up first is this Sarah Miller lip gloss. It is passion flower and green tea, and it smells really nice. It doesn't taste nice, but it's a lip gloss. I don't think you should be eating it. The sticker is peeling off of it, and it's old, so I want to use it up. There's 15 mils, and it was barely used before. I've used it a couple times this past month just to see if it was still okay, and it is, so I want to use it up, finish it up, get it out of here. Then I have this little lip gloss in this little disco ball shape. It doesn't close the best, like it still just pops open all the time. It's not very easy to store, and it's not exactly a colour I go for very much, so I'd like to just get this used up as well. This will probably be a little bit more difficult because I need to get a lip brush to get in there and stuff. I don't really like touching lip products with my fingers. So this also will hopefully be rolling out. And I have 2 lip balms. First I have a Champneys Health Spa lip balm. I don't know what scent this is, but it smells quite nice. I just don't like lip balms that are in tubs, really. I prefer stick lip balms, like ones that I can roll up, because I can't take these to work. I'm not going to be putting my gross work fingers in here, you know? The other one is from Eleanor's Diary, and it is the Shea lip balm. This one I always thought had a pretty strong scent, but in a nice way. Like, I really like it, and it is very moisturizing on the lips. It's 7 grams, and this one is 10 grams, and they both have some use, I would say. Then I got this eyeliner as a tester product to review, so I want to use up the felt tip side because I feel like those dry out really quickly and I don't use them super often. I don't like felt tips. I prefer the ones that you can like dip in because I think they last a lot longer and they don't dry out and they're easier to use. They don't like skip across my eyelids like these kind of felt tips do. So yeah. There is also a pencil side, but I'll just be using that casually as and when. I don't think that goes off as fast, so I'm not that bothered about it. Then I have this Miss Fond 36 Hour Face and Body Shimmer. This is almost full, it's just like a body glitter. And I want to get this used up because I don't really like my body glitters being in a rollerball style product. I think it gets everywhere and it's not very nice. Yeah, so hoping to get this used up. This will probably be a product I use more in the summer because I'll be out and about, I'll have my arms out, I'll want to use some body glitter to bedazzle myself, but at the moment, jumpers and long sleeves don't really lend themselves to this kind of product, and there is no way in hell I'm putting that on my face. I would be very worried about that. And finally, the last two products are sort of questionably beauty products, but they're in my beauty spreadsheet, so I just class them as that anyway. I have the Body Shop Lime and Matcha Hair and Body Mist. All of my body sprays count as beauty products to me, really. This has a bit more of a unisex scent, and I'm not sure I would call it lime or matcha, to be honest, but that's what it supposedly is. It's just up to here, so I'm sure I'll take a little while using this up. And finally, my hand cream, this random hand cream, I don't know what brand it's from, or anything like that. And there isn't much left of it, so I just want to get this used up and get it out of my collection because I have too much hand cream. And I just got some for Christmas, so I need to get some of my older, almost empty ones out. Thank you so much for watching, and stick with my channel for the rest of the month to get more finales, intros, updates, and my 26 in 2026 beauty edition. So anything that hasn't been mentioned in this will probably be going in my beauty edition, so all of my skincare, hair care, things like that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!